So today, from my kitchen, I'm going to talk to you about the psychology of the cycle and on what stage are we right now. Because if you're an investor, one of the most important elements that you need to consider is what part of the investment cycle are we? Because depending on the phase of the cycle is your strategy. Because it doesn't matter if you're right or you're wrong. What matters is if you make money or not. That's it. As simple as that. And to understand, we're going back to some of the key elements called cycle. And I like this post by Crypt Intelligence X. And what I want to show you and describe you is like why I agree with Patrick. I agree with Patrick that we are in this stage between optimism and belief. And here, specifically, we are talking about cryptocurrencies. Because normally cryptocurrencies are completely aligned to the Standard & Poor's and the market, and then how the market has been portrayed. So a lot of people are saying, no, we just are in the euphoria part, like you can see here in this side. Well, let's analyze the data and see what is happening. So right now, while I'm doing this video, Bitcoin is trying to reach $100,000, which is crazy because when I launched my predictions for the year, I said that Bitcoin was going to be their all-time high, but I didn't put any number, neither I put you in a specific date because I don't believe anyone can tell you exactly, because if they're so good, why they don't make money? But just check the cycle and learn with me, please, because this is one of the most important elements that you're going to learn. Number one, I believe we are between that optimism and belief because finally, after Trump won the election, despite that Bitcoin have already reached the all-time high, we saw a tremendous pump post-election. Crazy, from $65,000 to $100,000. That's what we're seeing. And then you are aligned into the decisions that President Trump is taking. And one of the interesting decisions and collateral effects of Trump winning is the Security Exchange Commission Commissioner, Gary Gensler. He decided to resign. Yes, he said, no, I'm not going anymore. I'm not going to continue with this government. Thankfully, because he was pretty bad for investments in blockchain and digital assets. The SEC was just pursuing companies and attacking them. So what is happening? Well, Trump is putting into key positions, and he has not even started his government, that are pro-crypto. He's putting people that understand crypto, that understand digital assets. And he's asking questions, remember, to Elon Musk, who's a firm believer also of crypto and the possibilities. So when Trump is thinking about the people that he's going to be there, well, it's people that are pro-crypto, that are going to put the legislation to be in favor of more developments. And therefore, it's not like the Reagan effect that happened in the elections, that it was just like, oh, yeah, as soon as Reagan won the election, it was a pump on the market, and then it was just coming down, which people think, okay, are we that in the euphoria? Well, no, because the key elements that even though Bitcoin is going to surpass $100,000, even though other cryptocurrencies such as Solana have already passed the all-time highs, and even though Dogecoin is $0.46, so it's getting closer to the all-time high, we are just putting the pieces together. So the pieces are, remember, we have the ETFs allowing retail to invest. That's the key thing. So that was the number one. Okay. Number two, Trump winning and then putting people in key positions. And number three, the different conflicts that have been around the world are motivating more people to engage into cryptocurrencies. And then this is translated into what is happening to companies such as MicroStrategy in the US, which they have found a glitch in the market so they can sell the bonds from the company, get money, and then buy Bitcoin. And then the price of their stock goes up, sell the bonds of the company, get more money, buy Bitcoin. So it's the combination of factors. And therefore, now everyone is understanding and saying, wow, the rally is really real. Something very important, every rally and every bull market always have downward moments. That doesn't mean that it just goes up, 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 up. No, it can go down 30% in one moment, but goes up higher than their previous all-time high. So now the belief is because now retail is starting to get into it. Okay, that means that more people are downloading the Coinbase app. That means that more companies are launching new apps. And of course, we are in the meme craze. Remember, memes are the new lottery. Yes, specifically for Generation Z. But anyone can invest in memes. But I'm telling you, if you put money in memes, probably you're going to lose that money. So you have three ways to work with memes. Just put money on established memes like Dogecoin. Put money on strong memes that have growth like Pepe or Bread. Or if you're not in a day-to-day thing, don't put money in the new memes because you will just lose your money. That is going to happen, actually. So combine all these factors, and then it will create that belief system, okay? And then this belief system is aligned to what is happening in parallel to the AI world, specifically NVIDIA. And everyone was saying, well, is NVIDIA overpriced? Well, just think about this. NVIDIA acquired one of the largest companies in the world for more than $70 billion. Okay. Remember that NVIDIA, they develop GPUs, which are the infrastructure for artificial intelligence. But because they bought this company, okay, what they were able to do is integrate. I'm going to show you the company so you can know what I'm talking about. It's called Mellanox. Okay, Mellanox. Just going to show you. Okay, yes. Let's see. I'm going to show you because buying Mellanox, it just allows them to really connect both the hardware, the software, and the infrastructure, the cloud infrastructure. And today I was just reading, let me check. Yeah. Mellanox acquisition. Let me check. Yeah. So remember, 7 billion. Okay. Remember, 7 billion. Apologies, not 70. Yeah. I was just thinking out loud. But I'm gonna show you here. Actually, Mellanox. Yeah. Check this. Mellanox Technologies. Okay. This is the key. This is the key. Okay. I want you to check. One of the most important elements of NVIDIA, by being the leader, in artificial intelligence is that they provide the hardware, but now by acquiring Mellanox a couple of years ago and integrating that, they combine the hardware with the software in the best possible way. And that's the reason people today is like, imagine when you're configuring all the elements and you're just putting a stack of GPUs from NVIDIA, another stack of GPUs, and how they connect and how they transfer information among them. Well, the key thing about that element is that is more efficient, the process. Okay. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of what NVIDIA did. So is the NVIDIA stock overpriced? Well, if you believe, again, that, let's check NVIDIA stock. What is the price today? So you can check. Okay. Year to date, 194%. It's a $3.5 trillion company. Crazy, no? But do you believe that this movement, and I call it the chat GPT impact, will continue? Yes or no? And what we're seeing, yes, companies are buying more GPUs from NVIDIA. Everyone is competing. And at the same time, the big companies, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, the cloud providers, are integrating all the large language models and the GPUs from NVIDIA. And then you have Elon Musk with XI. So going back to our initial thought, the combination of elements is like we have passed through optimism in the AI world. In the crypto world, we're in the belief stage. And then we will have, that thrill. And that thrill is not even felt because when you do searches on Google for trends, and are people really searching for Bitcoin right now? That's an interesting thing to do. Let's put it globally, worldwide. I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you in the last 90 days. Okay, check this. Yeah, it has its peak also, all-time highs, and then what is happening this is 90 days. Let's see the past 30 days. Okay, so what does it mean? That it has not gone up like crazy. So even though Bitcoin surpasses $100,000, retail is not like, oh yeah, whatever. Interesting. Only when you start seeing Bitcoin everywhere, which could start happening after the 100,000, then you will have that thrill phase. Yes. And then after some times, we'll have the euphoria phase, which is the crazy. And that's the reason some people believe from 130 to up to $200,000 per Bitcoin in this cycle. So how long could this? Well, I'm doing this video in November. This could last up to June 2025 or a little bit longer, but no one knows. And because you never know, it's very important for you to have a take profit strategy and just do it. If you're investing for Bitcoin for the future, just keep buying, no problem. If you have a strategy that you want to make 20, 50, 100% in the next months, put the take profits. That's very important. It doesn't matter what other people say, okay? Because you never know, when we have reached euphoria, then we go to complacency, and then we just go down like crazy. And then this is where most people lose money. You know where most people lose money in investments? Is when we have an euphoria and complacency. That's it. Those are the two key. Because at the end, when it starts going down, they don't believe it. And they just lose their money. So be mindful about what stage of the cycle we are. We're in between optimism and belief, almost starting the belief phase. I think after $100,000, we will start the belief phase. But then check what is happening. If all the Uber drivers are invested in Bitcoin when it's 150 or whatever, everyone that you meet is talking about it, well, be careful. Be mindful about what is happening. If it's in showing the media all the time in famous programs, soap operas, like fashion people, like famous people, be mindful. Okay, so this is very important. Psychology is the number one element for investment. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you very much for following me. Just leave in the comments below what other topics do you want me to talk about, and I'm just gonna watch a Netflix movie. I like to produce content. Yes, but just remember, psychology, very important, understanding the cycle and have a take profit plan. That's it. Thank you.